musicians! Today we're going to explore the life of a very special composer, Franz Schubert. Take a moment to say his name with me. Franz Schubert. He was born in a beautiful musical city called Vienna, in Austria, over 200 years ago. Vienna was a place filled with music, concerts, instruments, and composers everywhere. So from a very young age, Schubert was surrounded by music. And like many of you, he didn't just listen, he wanted to learn. He began playing the violin, the piano, and he also loved to sing. But what made Schubert truly special was not just that he could play music, it was that he could create music. He started composing when he was still a child. Think about that for a moment. While most children are just learning pieces, he was already beginning to write his own. By the time he was a teenager, Schubert had written an astonishing amount of music. Hundreds of pieces. Not because he had to, but because he loved music so deeply that it kept flowing out of him. That's an important idea to remember. Great musicians don't just practice, they feel music. Schubert became especially known for a type of music called lieder. These are songs written for a singer and a piano. Now, these weren't just simple songs. They told stories, sometimes about nature, sometimes about love, sometimes about quiet, thoughtful moments. One of his most well-known works is Ave Maria. It's calm, expressive, and very emotional. As you listen to music like this, it's worth asking yourself, what does this music make me feel? Does it feel peaceful? Does it feel serious? Does it remind you of something? That's the beauty of Schubert's music. It invites you to think and imagine. But Schubert didn't only write songs. He also composed piano music, chamber music, and symphonies, large works performed by orchestras. His music often has a very lyrical quality, which means it feels almost like singing, even when it's played on an instrument. That's something you can listen for when you play the piano. Can your playing sing? Now here's something interesting about Schubert's life. Even though he wrote an enormous amount of music, he wasn't widely famous during his lifetime. He lived a relatively quiet life, sharing his music mostly with friends and small groups of listeners. It was only after his lifetime that the world truly began to recognize how extraordinary his music was. When people started rediscovering his compositions, they realized something remarkable. Schubert had a unique ability to express emotion through music. Not in a loud or dramatic way, but in a very honest, natural, and deeply human way. Let's pause for a moment and imagine something. Picture a quiet evening, a soft melody playing on the piano. Nothing rushed, nothing loud. Just music that unfolds gently. That kind of atmosphere is very much a part of Schubert's style. As you continue learning piano, think about this. Schubert wasn't trying to impress people with fast playing or complexity. He focused on expression, on melody, on feeling. And those are things that matter just as much as technique. So when you practice, don't just play the notes correctly. Ask yourself, what is this music trying to say? How can I make it sound more expressive? Schubert's journey reminds us of something important. He started young. He practiced consistently, and most importantly, he stayed connected to music in a personal way. So as you grow as musicians, you can take inspiration from him, not just by listening to his music, but by thinking like a musician, listening carefully, feeling deeply, and always being curious about sound. And who knows, maybe one day you'll create music of your own too.